Hello, welcome to homework walkthrough video 8.01b, independent practice. Find the area of the trapezoid shown with lengths 8, 4, and a height of 3. Let's take a snip of the picture. The formula we use to find the area of a trapezoid is A equals 1/2 times h times one of the bases plus the other base. Base 1 plus base 2. The bases are the flat parallel sides that are opposite each other. So it looks like here my flat sides that are opposite each other are 4 long and 8 long. My base 1 and base 2. And my height, well, looks like that's 3. Let me finish writing this formula out. Here we go. Okay. So if I add the bases, times that by 3, times that by 1/2, or divide by 2, then I'll get my area. So let's get solving and add these up. So what's 4 plus 8? Well, that's 12. It's easy enough. Times 3 times, now the parentheses disappear since there's no operation sign in there. So times 12. Okay, let's do 3 times 12. What's 3 times 12? Oh, that's 36. So 1/2 times 36 will give me my answer. What is half of 36? So I could type in my calculator 36 divided by 2, or I could type 36 times 0.5. Either way, I get 18. Area is 18. Area of the trapezoid. Question 2. I don't know why it says express your answer as a decimal or improper fraction. Seems silly. Okay, so our formula we use to find the area of a trapezoid is A equals 1/2 times h times, so the height, times whatever the bases added together is, base 1 plus base 2. So first, let's add these two bases. The base, it says here bases are 9 and 6. We can also see in the picture, a base are the two flat lines that are opposite each other. So 6 plus 9 times by 2.5 times 1/2 will give me my area. So let's add 6 plus 9. That's 15 times 2.5 times 1/2 will equal the area. Okay, 15 times 2.5. 15 times 2.5. 37.5. Now I need to find half of 37.5. I can do that by timesing by 0.5, timesing by half, or dividing by 2. 37.5 divided by 2, or 37.5 times 1/2, 18.75 is my area. 18.75 square units. Oh, looks like we got that answer right already. 3, find the area of the trapezoid. Ooh, no picture, just words this time. Just words. Our formula we use to find the area of a trapezoid is A equals 1/2 times the height times whatever the bases are added together. Base 1 plus base 2. Let's see. Trapezoid has bases with lengths of 27 and 18. Okay, 27 plus 18. A height is 3, it says in the question. Then we cut that in half to find the area. So let's add first. The adding is in the parentheses, so let's do that first. 18 plus 27 is, thank you calculator, 45, because 3 makes 30, then I have 15 left. 15, 30, 45. Times 3 times 1/2 equals the area. 3 times 45 is 135. Because 2 is 90, another 45 is 135, times 1/2. Whip out this calculator. Now for this last step, I can divide by 2. That's the same as timesing by 1/2. Or I could keep it simple and times by 1/2. Oh, both times I get 67.5. My area, 67.5. Question 4. Trapezoid area, trapezoid. To find the area of a trapezoid, we use the formula A equals 1/2 times h, which is the height, times base 1 plus base 2. Looks like here we got a backwards question. So we know the area. The area is 44. And we know 1/2, right? We know that. Times, looks like we don't know the height, but we know the bases. The bases are 24 and 16. Okay, so we got a backwards question. I'm gonna add these first. That's what I'll do first. I can simplify before I start doing some backwards math. Times h times, what's 24 plus 16? Oh, it is 40. Okay, now let's do some backwards math. We are going to use inverse operations to do our backwards math. Inverse operations is where we do the opposite math on the opposite side. Opposite math on the opposite side. So instead of timesing by 40 on the right side of the equal sign, I will divide by 40 over here. 44 divided by 40. What is that? 44 divided by 40. 1.1. 1.1 equals. Then I have 1/2 times h. This is algebra skills that we practiced before earlier in the year. Now, timesing by 1/2 is the same as kind of like timesing by 0.5. So instead of timesing by 0.5, let's do the opposite math to the opposite side and divide by 0.5. Divide by 0.5. 1.1 divided by 0.5, 2.2. So that's the height, 2.2. Trapezoid question. To find the area of a trapezoid, we use the area formula A equals 1/2 times height times base 1 plus base 2. 2 bases. Looks like here we got a backwards question where we know the area and we're working backwards to find one of the missing pieces. So our area is 19 for me, equals 1/2 stays the same. I'm going to write 1/2 as 0.5. Mean the same thing. Times, do I know the height? Ooh, the height is 2. Times, and one of the bases is 7.6, but I don't know the other base. All right, let's simplify before I start doing opposite math. I can simplify this. 1/2 times 2. 0.5 times 2. That is 1. So 19 equals 1 times 7.6 plus the second base. Now let's use inverse operations to solve this question. Opposite math. Right here I have a times by 1. Let's do the opposite math on the opposite side and divide by 1. What's 19 divided by 1? Yep, it's 19. Nice job. So 19, now we have 7.6 plus the second base. Now let's do opposite math to the opposite side. What is the opposite of adding 7.6? Yep, subtracting 7.6. 19 minus 7.6 is 11.4. That is the length of our other base. 11.4. Last question. The area formula we use for trapezoids is area equals 1/2 times the height times one of the bases plus the other base. Now the bases are the flat sides that are opposite each other. So this line and this line, those are the two bases, the flat lines that are opposite each other. Let's see, we have, oh, looks like here we got a backwards question. Here we know the area, and we're trying to find one of the missing pieces. So our area is 27. The 1/2 stays the same, but I'm going to write it as 0.5. They mean the same thing. 1/2 and 0.5, they mean the same, but decimals are easier for me than fractions. Times the height. Do we know the height? Oh, yeah, we do. 3.6 times adding the bases together. Looks like we're missing one of the bases. So 9 plus the second base. So before we start using inverse operations or backwards math to solve this, let's simplify. Let's simplify this. 0.5 times 3.6. What is that? 0.5 times 3.6 is 1.8. So I have 27 equals 1.8 times 9 plus the second base. Okay, now here we got our backwards math. Instead of timesing by 1.8, let's do the opposite operation to the opposite side and divide by 1.8. 27 divided by 1.8. 1.8 is 15. 15 equals, now the parentheses can go away since there's nothing outside the parentheses anymore. 9 plus something is 15. What's our missing number? Maybe you can think it, maybe we need inverse operations. What is the opposite of plusing 9? To the opposite math, to the opposite side. Oh yeah, minusing 9. And 15 minus 9 is 6. 6 is our other base. And that kind of looks right too. That's 9, that's 6. That makes sense. That's reasonable. All right, if you need more help with this homework, you let me know in a Canvas message or come ask me for help. I'd love to help. Good luck and goodbye.